Welcome, everyone, to the fourth ever episode of the Cross Thoughts podcast. I am your host, Joseph, or as my Twitter handle says, Californian Myth, and I am joined by my co-host, Mike.
Hey, everyone. What's up? Hope you're having a good day. I want to say a special howdy to Josh. Josh, if you're listening, howdy.
Okay, Mike, that's a good way to start. But before we start, let me remind everyone to use our code CrossThoughts at checkout when you go to So Sick Clothing. You can get 15% off your entire order, including their new pre-orders for jerseys. You can get your custom jersey with your gamer tag, and I don't know if they have a Mixer logo, but I know they for sure have a Twitch logo they put on it. You can add your Twitch account to it. And they're really nice jerseys. They're for their esports teams. So just remember, use those codes. You can also use our personal ones. Mine's Myth. His is Soft96. And you can save yourself some money and you can help us out.
Yeah.
It's a win-win.
Yeah. Everyone gets good shit. I think it's the best.
All right, Mike. Something I want to talk to you about today. I want to talk to you about this one first because of recently.
Mm-hmm.
I decided to play a game called Among the Sleep.
Yes.
And that game probably shouldn't have scared me as much as it did.
It's always those games you don't expect.
It was
to
like,
catch you off guard.
There's this moment where it's like the second time you're trying to find the puzzle pieces.
Oh, yeah.
And that fucking witch lady in the river was trying to chase you. And I just kept hearing noises and I turned around. She was right there and it scared the living shit out of me.
It's your mom. It's your mom.
That game is fucked up.
I mean, yeah.
The DLC's fucked up too.
There's a DLC?
Yeah, there's a whole DLC
I
to
didn't
it.
know there was a DLC. I haven't played that game in 2 years.
It's
3
really,
years, maybe.
really weird. But it made me think, is there anything that scared you as a child?
There's a lot of things that scared me as a child, to be honest. I was scared of fucking everything. The first fear I actually remember was tornadoes. I was scared of tornadoes. And from someone that lives in Pennsylvania, tornadoes are not as common. They're not common. Let's go with that. They're not common. You might get them every 4 years. There's always that weird random spurt tornado that happens in Lancaster. But I was scared of the tornadoes. I was scared of snakes. Terrified of snakes. There was actually a time, and I think it was when me and Dan were going into our freshman year of high school, that we were cleaning the basement, and we had a pile of games just laying in the corner. And I told Dan, clean that shit up because I'm not doing it because you're the one who went through the games last. So Dan was sitting there and he was organizing the game. And there was a game that was like opened flat. It was like, the case was open. It looked like a book that was just, it dropped on its side. And he picked it up. And I was sitting there playing a game. I went, Dan, what the fuck is that? And he was like, what's what? And he looked down and there was like this rubber thing on the floor. We thought it was a fake snake. I was like, really, Dan? You put down a fake snake? He's like, we don't have a fake snake. And it crawled under the carpet, and it terrified the shit out of me, and I screamed like a bitch. I'm not gonna lie, I screamed like a bitch. Ran upstairs, and I'm already screaming at my mom, there's a snake, and then she's like, what? And she went downstairs, and the snake poked its head out, slithered around and went back under the carpet. She went, all right. So I had to wait till my dad got home. He caught the snake, and I was like, what kind of snake was it? He's like, I don't know, a fucking garter snake. I don't know, it was a snake. It wasn't like something that could have killed me.
You know what scared me as a child?
What?
Being from California, San Diego specifically. As a kid, homeless people scared me.
Homeless people?
Homeless people. I didn't know what they were. I didn't know what they were. I didn't know what these people were doing. They always scared me as a kid, and it bothered me when I seen them.
I'm not bad-mouthing homeless people.
I'm not either. Like, I think there's an actual problem.
I thought it was a Hollywood thing when I was little because I was never around them. We were never in areas where homeless people were, and I was like, are they even real, or are they just joking about homeless people? No, I learned a real thing that's a very bad thing, but no, they're scary. Some of them are very scary. Some of them have problems. Some of them had problems. Zombies scared me a lot as a child. I actually made my family forced to not be able to watch anything that had remotely anything to do with zombies unless it was a cartoon. So that means no Dawn of the Dead, no zombie movies or games really in the house.
It's funny since you play zombies a lot now in Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Speaking of zombies, there's my mom's friends with this person. She has a kid. I think he's going in 8th grade this year. So I saw him since he was like a little elementary schooler. And he's not the coolest. He's not the coolest of all the kids. He's kind of weird. He acts like an old man. And Joe, he's scared of everything.
I think you told me about this kid, because didn't you give him one of your old Xboxes?
I did. I gave him my old Xbox One. Yeah.
Wasn't it the Army Green one?
Yeah, it was the Army Green one. So I gave him that, and then I remember I was like, "Hey," he's like, "I want to play what you play, Mike." And I was like, "Okay." So I was playing at the time BioShock.
That game is not good for kids.
No.
It's pretty creepy.
And it was like, he's like, "It's scary." I was like, "Well, I mean, yeah, the first one maybe scary, but he was scared of it." And then we were playing, and I was like, "Okay, you want to play something cool? Let's play zombies on Call of Duty." He's like, "Nah, that's too scary." And I was like, "I don't know." I was like, "You can't really be." I mean, yeah, there's an occasional moment where you turn around and they're in your face, and it's a little cheap jump scare. But other than that, I don't think the zombies are terrifying.
Now, talk about cheap jump scares. Dead Rising had cheap jump scares. You'll just walk in a corner and then boom, right in front of you for no fucking reason.
I was terrified of the scene where Jesse turns into a zombie. I was terrified. I remember my brother showed me that, and it just her ripping out someone's throat, and I was like, I don't want to watch that ever again, Dan. You just scarred me. So anytime that would come up, I just didn't watch it.
Dead Rising 1 made me rage pretty hard.
I never raged at Dead Rising 1.
Dead Rising 1 made me rage really freaking hard, but it was only during that 7-day survivor bullshit.
Dan did it.
I got through like 5 days, and I was like, I can't do this.
Alright, so the way Dan figured it out is that he was playing it on it was when it came out on the 1. And he figured he was watching, the thing that helped him was there was a thing on Xbox, I don't know if a lot of people remember it, called Snap, where you could watch TV and play a game at the same time, which was actually one of the best features about the Xbox at the time, in my opinion.
A lot of people hated it, but go ahead.
I don't know why people hate it. Did you hate it?
Yeah, it didn't work half the fucking time.
It didn't work for you, really?
Didn't work half the time at all.
I guess that's what it is. But my brother would watch actual live TV when he was playing it, so it kept him busy. And like,
it's like a 14-hour fucking process.
Oh yeah, it is. And he figured out that if you hit the guide button, it pauses the whole game. The whole game. So if you wanted to go to bed or go out and do something, guide button, you pause the game. 7 days is paused. No joke. He was out for 3 hours once, and he came back, and he was going back right where he started.
Most of the time when you press the guide button, it pauses the whole game unless it's like an online game nowadays.
Yeah, but you would think that they would get around that. But no, that's how my brother did it. He basically cheated. But Snap was about it. But there was I can't believe they got rid of Snap, though. But the reason Xbox didn't say they got rid of it because people hated it. They got rid of it because they said it was a waste of space.
It was pointless. Like, the screen was like fucking the size of your phone.
Yeah.
If that.
Yeah, but still, it was kind of cool to have it there. I wish they could have utilized it better. It never worked for me. I just wish it could have utilized it better. I was the same way. I didn't like the screen size, but I mean, if you could have gotten past it like my brother did, I think it could have been probably one of the best things on the Xbox One. I think the Xbox One tried too hard when it came out, to be honest. And went after way too much shit because it was trying to be the one.
That's why it was called Xbox One. It's an all-in-one thing. Your TV box, your video game console, all this stuff, but it didn't catch the people's eye, and it needed the Kinect when it first started. So like, I'm going with PS4. Sorry, I don't want to fucking use this piece of hardware that I can ghost hunt with.
First of all, it was really scary when I realized like the Xbox can just turn on by voice activation, because that's when I started really freaking out about the Kinect. And the one time I was laying there and I was watching that 70s show, and they said something like pox or something. And the Xbox turned on. I was like, hello? Stop? No, you can't turn on. I physically did. The controller was on the floor. I remember it. The controller was on the floor. I was nowhere near the Xbox. And I was like, no, absolutely not. That's no.
It's scary.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
I never ever actually used it. I never set it up. Because when I finally got the Xbox One, they decided, yeah, you don't need Kinect anymore. You don't need it plugged in constantly.
I didn't understand the Kinect. I really didn't.
I held out on the 360 for as long as I could.
You did a good thing. I remember I got it for the 360 because my parents would always buy me that one. Like, whatever was in. Like, it was like the 1 year it was Rock Band, so they got us the Rock Band set. And then they got us to Kinect. And I remember playing the games that came with the Kinect, and they were all fucking stupid.
Kinect Sports was cool on the 360.
I mean, it was okay, and then trying to have everyone to play it, you need like a gigantic. I mean, think about. I don't know what Xbox was thinking. Like they were thinking, oh yeah, a family. It's a family. We're a family console. And in reality,
The next gen systems kind of like jumped over to at such a weird point in times because like look at the Call of Duty that was out when it jumped over. Call of Duty Ghosts. Everybody I knew jumped over to the one to play Ghosts, and I was still on the 360, and I was just
no one ever played it with my friends. It was the opposite. Everyone didn't want to buy the Xbox One because they said no, it's too overpriced and there's no good games on it. And there was
there any really at launch? Not really. There really wasn't a good one at launch. Was Halo even on it? Was Halo even a launch title?
Was the Master September?
Was the Master Chief Collection a launch title?
Nope. No.
That's fucking like there was no reason to buy it. That's why I held out for so long.
Rise, that Roman game was a launch title.
That was fun, I guess. It was a cool interactive thing to show how powerful the Xbox was, but in reality, the PS4 was still more powerful than it.
That game did not sit well at all.
The Xbox One X is more powerful than the PS4 Pro, but I would still choose a PS4 Pro over the Xbox One X.
I don't understand why Xbox thinks it's really like why does Microsoft think we're a family console? No, you're not the family console. You're that. Really,
you're like that step uncle that no one likes.
You try to be family friendly, but you keep accidentally having like the slip ups.
You keep fucking up. Yeah, you're like that fuck up with the family.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like, but like it's like
Nintendo's like the parent to Sony and Microsoft, and Sony's the good child, and Microsoft's the fucking
Sony. Both the Xbox. Oh my god, you're right, because the dad Nintendo does know what to do, and he knows how to grow at the time.
And then Sega's kind of just like a bitch now.
Yeah, Sega is
the mother, but now she's a bitch.
Because here's the thing: Microsoft makes bad decisions, and then Sony is just a baby. They just don't want to do anything.
They don't want to do anything to like end these console wars.
From console wars even to anything with Sony pisses people off.
You know what was weird the other day? I jumped on Destiny on PS4 to go play with like a coworker from Big Lots.
Yeah.
You know how weird it was to jump on there and see my Xbox characters? You know how fucking weird that was?
It's kind of weird. I mean, we're getting to that time.
I logged in and I was like expecting to see my shitty ass PS4 characters that I barely worked on, and then I popped up and I have my like 740 Titan, and I'm just like, oh yeah, cross save's a thing now. It was so weird. Video games, like, it's just become like with the whole next generation of systems, I think it's going to be completely crossplay.
Yeah, I think it should be. I mean, I don't know what I don't know what that really has intention in the future, but it should be. I mean,
why are you tweaking, cat?
Cat is tweaking.
My cat is fucking tweaking right now. Meow.
Meow.
What do you want? It's fucking being weird.
So, speaking of video games, we grew up in the. I think you were really late into the 90s. You were really.
Only a year after you 96 bitch.
Oh, I'm thinking. Okay. Yeah, okay.
I'm a 97 baby.
Okay, so like we grew up in the 90s.
But I had an older brother who was born in 1990. So I grew up with a lot of the 90s stuff because of him, because he grew up through it. Like he had Rocco, he had Angry Beavers all on VHS.
Fucking VHS.
And that's how I used to watch those shows, is on VHS tapes. And I still remember those days. It's like, wow, how far we've come freaking 21, 22 years later now since I was born.
It bothers me the 80s. I mean, not 80s, the 90s is literally 30 years old now. It's going to be passing 30.
We're getting old.
Yeah, we're getting old.
We're only in our 20s, and we're getting fucking old. I just remember I remember sitting there watching. I think the first video game experience I ever had, like a 90s game experience, was a Zelda game. And it was me sitting there watching my brother play A Link to the Past.
A Link to the Past?
That's my favorite Zelda. For that reason. Is because he's the reason why I love Zelda, is my brother.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the things I remember the most about the 90s was Donkey Kong 64. Because I remember from coming home from kindergarten. Well, I don't know when I was in kindergarten. Maybe it was like 99, maybe 2000 I was in kindergarten.
Yeah, it was probably 2001 or so.
Probably. And I remember just coming home and playing Donkey Kong 64. And it was always a Saturday. And it was always when I would get done helping my dad with the yard work, even though I never wanted to do it. Just play it, having a chill time. I think I went through Donkey Kong 64, I think, after I graduated. I went back and 101%ed it.
101% in the
I think
game.
it's 103. I don't remember what you can do in the game, but you can get like over 100%.
Speaking of, like that 101%, Jack and Daxter. You ever played that game?
I never really beat it.
Jack and Daxter says the base game is like, they say there's 121 like power cells, which is like their form of collectible.
Mhm.
There's 121. I didn't know that until I was playing it out in Dallas a couple years ago with my brother because we went to go play through it together.
Yeah.
And he's like, there's a 121st one. I was like, what do you fucking mean there's a 121st one? I've only ever collected 120. He's like, yeah, if you get this thing to shoot and you run quickly enough, you can blow this box up and there's a secret one in there. And it's like, okay, cool. And then I collected and I had 121 and I was like, I don't know if I feel any different now.
You don't, but you just feel like, oh, well, I found that thing. But I think the late 90s into the early 2000s was the game. The games I really remember from them were all collectathons. That's when collectathons were fucking huge.
Fucking, let's see. You got Banjo.
Banjo,
got
yeah.
Super Mario 64.
Mm-hmm. Donkey Kong.
Which
was the ultimate one because it was
I wouldn't
too much
say
of Donkey
the
Kong.
Zelda ones weren't because they were just adventure games.
Ocarina of Time was.
No.
You had to find these fucking spiders.
No, that's not. I wouldn't really. I guess there's collectibles because you have to collect like gems and shit for it, but it's not like
Crash.
on a mass. It's not a mass thing like you have to collect 100 stars.
Yeah.
Or like and all that shit. And
Crash Bandicoot was one of them too.
Crash was a fucking nightmare. I still haven't played the remaster because they're just such a fucking nightmare.
Let me have my gripe with Crash. Okay, so Crash came out, and I think in '96. I believe
remember.
so.
Let me look. You keep
So
talking.
when you look it up, it came out sometimes during like the mid '90s, late '90s. Crash. Let me explain something. Crash is a game full of secrets. So the stuff you have to do in Crash to get some of the stuff or find some of the hidden boxes is that you have to get so lucky. Like, how would you even figure that out in the 90s?
Yep, September 9th, 1996.
Yeah, exactly. So like
a full year before I was born, it came out. Crash Bandicoot is older than me.
I'm older than Crash by I think a couple months.
What an old fart.
But literally, like games. Oh my god, literally, I don't think I could ever 100% a game back in the 90s. I don't think I would have, even in the mid 2000s, without internet or figuring out how some of this stuff's really secretive. Like really secretive. Like I don't know how you would ever find that out.
And then Spyro, the other one, came out in 1998. September 10th.
Spyro was a huge collectathon.
That one's a
pretty
fucking
big.
huge collectathon too. I hate collectathon games. Was Conquer one?
You could say that.
Was Conquer a
You
collectathon
could.
game?
You'd have to collect money and all kinds of other shit.
There's a lot of games from the 90s that like I've recently gone back and played.
What game do you think from the 90s doesn't sit well with today? It just doesn't age.
You want my honest
Yeah,
opinion?
what's your honest opinion?
Star Fox? That's my honest opinion.
Which
Star Fox
one?
did, Star Fox 1.
The first one, the Polygon?
Star Fox 2 you really can't count because technically Star Fox 2 came out in this era.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Because it didn't come out to the Nintendo Classic. Yeah. So Star Fox 1, in my opinion, does not age well.
No, I don't think it does.
Star Fox 64, in my opinion, that ages very well.
Yeah.
And you know what doesn't age very well either?
I don't think PlayStation games really age well.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 did not age well.
No, I don't think any PlayStation 1 games besides Crash. Actually, no, Crash doesn't even... they play well. Let me rephrase that. All the controls are fine, but the graphics did not sit up with time.
I really don't think a console didn't really start to age well until like... I guess most of the 64 games aged well.
Mm-hmm.
Still look good,
It's
but
the colors.
the games that really age well nowadays that I think I could pick up anytime and go back and play is the GameCube era.
PlayStation 2 I have some problems going back and playing some of their games.
Well, but okay, all of mainstream GameCube titles, like all like the Mario, the Zelda, all those games, you could go back and play fucking forever.
Yeah, because
they
like
look
they were on
so
the Wii.
good.
They still look like they could be past size today. Just a little, if they could just do a little touch up and shit. I mean, they kept it going, but it's Nintendo.
Yeah.
This is Nintendo.
I guess they like posted something, like Mario on a beach.
Oh yeah, no, he's eating a watermelon.
Yeah. And everybody's like thinking, oh, are they remastering Sunshine finally? And they're putting it on the Switch. And if that's the case, I'm buying it. I'm never going to stop playing it because I love Sunshine. It's my favorite Mario game.
I just never... I mean, I remember playing that a lot. I don't remember really what I played a lot on the GameCube. Can't think of it.
We should stream that. We should play... I should have you play Sunshine and we stream it. It's such a fun game. It's like one of my favorite games of all time. And all that stuff. The GameCube was such a good era for me because that was my first system. As I'm looking through the game collection now, I just added a huge one to it. Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Like the final run, one of the final run games on the system because it came out right as the Wii came out too. So,
you know, I just started thinking about something. I don't remember why I wanted the original Xbox. I don't remember why.
Halo?
No, dude,
Was
I
it
didn't
not
fucking
Halo?
No, I didn't even know fucking Halo existed. Actually,
Halo is
I didn't know Halo existed
such a
until
good
the
game.
third one was coming out.
So I didn't know Halo existed until James told me.
Yeah, no,
I did not know what. I didn't even know what an Xbox was until I talked to James about it.
I think it
until
had
I
to
went
be
to
something
his
with Drake
house.
and Josh, but I remember getting an Xbox and we never really played it because there was never any fucking game on there that me and Dan wanted to play. There was never. I mean, we had I think the game we played a lot was Backyard Wrestling.
That game was so bad. That game does
trash.
not age well now.
No, it does not. No, it doesn't. It does not age well. A lot of things from the 90s did not age well. Oh my goodness. I can name countless things I've watched, and I'll be like, ooh, that's too weird.
You know what didn't age well?
Hmm.
Smash 64.
Fucking hate Smash 64.
That
bro.
game did not age well.
It was because it was its
all.
first installation, but it just runs like ass.
Like, that game is doo-doo.
There's a reason why people don't talk about it, but that's why some people think Melee was the first one.
Melee, I went back to play that, and holy crap. The people that are diehard into Melee, I don't know how. I don't know how they're so hard into it, because I cannot go back and play that game ever anymore.
I think after
Honestly, with the new
I
one
didn't
on
like
the
Brawl
the
either.
one on the Wii, I loved Brawl.
I didn't like Brawl.
There's a lot of people that hate Brawl, and I don't know why.
It's just I just didn't have a lot of good times playing. I remember we'd have
Brawl-
friends come up. I had more.
I will say, Brawl felt weird compared to Melee. That's why when when the modding.
That's the only reason I bought a
the-
Wii U is for the new Smash Brothers.
Well, I was one of those people who got my Wii modded, so I had the homebrew channel.
Lucky.
So I had Super Smash Brothers Melee Brawl Project M, which is basically Project Melee, where it basically turned Brawl into Melee how it felt. Like, it felt really good. It felt like Melee, but with all like the newer graphics and the new characters. Then it added some too. And that's what during that time, that's what a lot of the tournament community was using, was Project M instead of actual Brawl. And then Smash 4 came out.
Smash 4, I think. Isn't that the Wii U one?
Wii U and 3DS versions. Even though they're separate. They're the same game, but they're separate games too, because they have different stages.
Yeah, I got mad. Some of the cool stages are on the 3DS. I feel like the Wii U got the short end on the stages.
But the
'Cause I really
Wii U had 8-player versus, where the 3DS didn't.
Man, that's the one thing I was so happy they brought in, is that 8-player one. Man, me, Dan, and Kane used to have fucking hours of fun. Just what we would do was we would all be on a different team, and we would just throw in a computer team. Everyone would be at level 9, and this is how we got good at the game. It's because you had to learn how to go up against level 9s.
The new Smash is fun too, but there's just so much that you need to do.
I haven't played it that much.
It's been that's just one of those games that's kind of like, there's a lot of characters in it, since it's every character ever, and it's just, holy crap, what a grind.
I think I didn't mind the new Smash. I mean, I think that's the reason why I got a Switch. I believe I think the Switch was actually just I think I just got myself a little. It was just my big purchase that year, and there was really nothing. I mean, I think the games I got with it was Mario Odyssey.
I think you got Mario Odyssey and Splatoon.
And I didn't really play. No, I bought Splatoon later. I don't know what the second game was.
And then you bought Rocket League, and speaking of Rocket League, man, my ankles still hurt.
You suck, bro.
First of all, at Rocket League.
Thanks to the Nintendo Switch, it helped me understand what graphics were. Because I didn't know how bad the Switch on the TV. I didn't know how bad the Switch was. Like, I was like, oh, the Switch has good graphics. I don't know why people bitch about it and say, oh, it looks like ass. And so I plugged it in and started playing it on the TV, and I started seeing how the graphics upped and got better. And I was like, oh, now I see graphics now. I didn't understand it.
Graphics are important, honestly, sometimes. Some games don't need it, but frame rate's really
I
important.
literally think it has to, for me to understand what graphics are, it has to be side by side each other. Has to be.
Go watch a video from 60 to 120,
I
and you'll see the difference. It's very freaking. Or 60. No, watch it from 30 to 60, and you'll see a big improvement.
Oh my god, I used to get mad at those kids that would pick gameplay over graphics over gameplay, and I was like, really, you're gonna play a game that looks better but controls like ass? He's like, yes, because I can actually look at something nice while something's pissing me off. And that stuck to me a bit when I was like, you don't know. And I've played games that look awful, and it just pisses me off more because I'm losing to a game that looks like complete shit to a game that looks beautiful. I don't even care that I'm getting my ass kicked. That's the problem. That's why I don't like playing those beautiful games. Because I get my ass kicked. Because when there was a map that came out on Dead by Daylight, there's this beautiful Asian map. And I remember me and Nick just started losing because we just kept getting caught up looking at the scenery and shit. Oh, it was so cool. It was good. I still like that map. I don't go on it much anymore because it just keeps happening.
Dead by Daylight's a fun game. I enjoy it. It's one of
It is
those
a fun
games that I would like to play more, but it's kind of hard to play by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And playing killer is just not for me. I really don't like playing killer because it's just one of those things where I suck ass at it and I don't feel like getting better. I'd rather just play a survivor because at least that I'm somewhat decent at, and it's easier for me to follow directions than it is for me to lead in that kind of game.
It's killer. I've been playing a lot of killer. It's because of Freddy and shit, but I like playing killer more because survivors, you have to really survive. You have to really rely on other people because they start to shit on you, become bad. They're gonna you're not gonna win. You're not gonna have a good time, really. And then it depends on the killer too. I don't know. I just like being killer because if I know when I lose, then I know it's my fault.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Just keep talking.
I don't know. When I was playing killer, I was playing what's it called? I was playing as the Trapper, and I really did not like the Trapper, and it was just I don't know. I just didn't get it. It was just such a hard thing for me to get through, and it's not for me. It's even like when we were playing Friday the 13th. Playing Jason is very it's annoying because
it's so much pressure. I believe
that's my problem. I have a lot of pressure.
And
that's how I feel during fucking Rocket League. Is I'm trying to do better so we don't lose, but then I over fucking what's it called because of it. I overcompensate on things because of it, and I'm not good at judging the ball.
No, I mean, it took me a very, very long time to judge the ball. Very long time. And once you start actually knowing when the time your hits, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I mean, I met some assholes in Rocket League.
Yeah, it's definitely a different pay. I remember when I liked Rocket League a lot when it first came out.
We played it for launch. We played it all night. I think we pulled an all-nighter with that.
We played it until 5 a.m. It was so much fun, and we were both just ass. But it's a good game. And then you got better at it, and I just stopped playing.
I didn't have a lot of games to play, and it's the only thing that really kept me interested. But what would you say who's the rudest person you ever met on Xbox was? Or did you initiate someone to rage?
Rage?
Have you ever made someone rage?
No, I think I've never experienced someone. I've experienced someone, but I've never, I've never instigated it. I've been on the outside looking in a party when I was playing with CJ and his friends back in Ghost days when my gamer tag was Kid X Cali and I was part of their little KXK group.
I mean,
and
I think shit talking in games is
they were one of those people who had the grenade launchers attached to their guns, and they just used grenade launchers and they just launched them all the fucking time, and it made kids just fucking rage, and I was just like, holy crap, this is really annoying.
I remember there was this story during Modern Warfare 2. And me and CJ was 1v1 me, Mike. I just want to start. He just wanted to practice. He wasn't saying he was going to trash me because he would have trashed me.
Oh, you know what? I have a story about me raging. You go ahead, though.
But what happened was I was CJ's quick scope with me, and I was like, CJ, can I use any gun? And he's like, yeah, use any gun. I'm gonna get you. I need you to test me. I was like, any gun, CJ? And he's like, yeah, any gun, Mike. I don't care. So I put on the AA-12.
Oh my god.
And I just started shooting. And he's like, okay, really, Mike? This is what you're gonna pick? And I was like, Yes,
He said any gun.
And he's like, I really started making. I didn't want to make him mad, but he said test him, and I tested him, and he's like, so you're gonna keep shooting me with this gay 12? And I was like, CJ, I can switch guns. He's like, no, don't switch guns, because I need to prove myself. It took him a good 20 minutes before he started wrecking me, but he was not happy with me for 20 minutes.
So you remember Dan Peeling?
Yes, because he made a bong.
Okay, so Dan
And a dick out of clay. He made two things.
Dan Peeling, not your brother Dan, but Dan, right?
Yeah.
Good friends with Cody Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Back on the time when we weren't, I don't know, I think you didn't have my license at the time, so you weren't playing Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
But my Destiny group changed from you and Boyer to to Cody and his friends, like Clone and all those people.
I miss them. I wonder how they're doing.
And then Dan was there. Dan was so good at trials. But
Dan
Dan
also,
also,
like I thought he did. He looks like
Dan
a
also
normal man now.
used me as target practice
Really?
in 1v1s in Destiny, because he was practicing with No Land Beyond. And I was like, okay, cool. And this should be fine. Dan made me rage so fucking hard one time. I said, fuck this, threw my mic, uninstalled the game, and then reinstalled the game 20 minutes later. Because he pissed me off that bad, where I uninstalled Destiny, and that's like an 80 gig download, the first one at that time.
I do.
And I uninstalled it and then reinstalled it 20 minutes later because I wanted to play Destiny
It's
again.
really not hard to make you rage.
Dude, oh my god, I don't want to talk about it, man. I
Really
fucking get
isn't.
so mad at games because
Is it just losing to me?
it's not losing to you. It's not even losing in general. It's when I know I'm doing something stupid, when I'm bad, like in Rocket League, or I know I'm doing the right thing and my team isn't fucking helping me, like in Overwatch.
Well, I mean, Rocket League.
And I'm not gonna. I don't want to blame you. I don't want to blame Julie. I don't want to blame anybody that we play with in Rocket League, in Overwatch.
I blame a lot of people I play with in Overwatch. I'm not scared.
But
if you're ass, you're ass. I know who's bringing me down.
I know I have my times where I know I shouldn't be in competitive, and I know I'm bringing you down. But you want to play with me, so I'm like, I'm not gonna say anything.
No, it's okay. Listen to me. It's not that we're mad at you. You make the wrong decisions in crucial points. You don't know how to make. You're not good under pressure.
I'm not good with mercy. I'm not good with mercy under pressure.
Don't just res us because we're your friends. Just let us die. If you know we're dead, just let us. It's the same in Apex. You just gotta know when to let your friends die. Because literally, I don't care if I die in a game. Just do not die picking me up when you knew it was a bad idea. Can you handle shit talking?
I can.
Does it get under your skin though? How easy is it for you to get under your skin?
Not very.
What about the
not
kids?
with shit talking.
What about the kids that were ankle breaking you because they were shit talking you pretty hard?
I just ignored it. I was just ignoring it. I know they were shit talking, but I just ignored it. I was like, toxic people, and then I just kind of kept playing and kept fucking
What do you
up.
mean toxic people? They started feeling bad. They felt bad for
I
you.
don't care, dude. I was just, dude. I know I was shit. It wasn't a good night. It was just a bad night. It was a bad night in general, and I was just not having a good night in video games at all.
No, we had a good night in Overwatch though.
Yeah, I fucking need to finish my placements for
I finished all my placements.
attack. That's what I need to
I
do.
went gold in attack.
That makes sense,
I
though.
went high gold.
That makes sense though.
But yeah, so if I won
If I
won 3 more games actually, because I lost one.
If the one category out of the 3 that there are is bringing you away from being a diamond, I could see it being attack, because you really focused on being a tank and healer.
I'm better at healing actually now.
You are so good at healing. I don't even know what I'm good at. You know what I'm good at? I'm good at playing 76 at any time.
I realized I'm not good with attack at all.
You know when I realized I stopped being good at attack? You know what? No, you know what got me? You know what got under my skin?
What?
And made me lose all confidence of being attack?
Huh?
Fucking Nick.
No, I know that story.
Nick fucking ruined playing attack characters for me because I was so good as
Well, that's
Tracer. I
another
was
game.
so confident as Tracer.
Well,
and
he broke your ankles at Tracer too, because he went one way and you just turned the other way, and he just went up on your other side. You just have weak ankles, bro.
The problem with what pisses me off about Nick?
Gotta get prosthetic ankles because of him.
No, that's not what pisses me off about Nick. I love Nick to death. Don't get me wrong.
He's
I love
better
Nick to
than you
death.
at games.
Huh?
He's better.
It's not even that. I hate his ego. sometimes in
I
games.
love his ego.
I hate his ego sometimes in games. He will throw a complete Overwatch game just to prove another Hanzo wrong. And I fucking hate it.
I mean,
I get that he's good with Hanzo. I get it. I get that he's great with Hanzo. But you know what? Sometimes he just needs to be a tank and shut up. Because he's a great Roadhog. Hell, B76, he's a great 76. He doesn't need to always fucking tune people up. That's your problem too. You guys are always trying to tune people up.
It wins us games, but the problem is when I don't.
You know the biggest problem I hate about Overwatch?
What?
No one watches Reaper.
I
No
feel
one
like
watches Reaper.
I'm only good as Reaper. I am a horrible attack. Like I can land shots with Ashe and McCree and shit, but when it comes to attackers that they need to be out there, like if we need a Genji and shit, I don't know what to do. Like I remember I think I won a game because like I wasn't doing shit as any of good healers. I was like, this guy's being Junkrat and pissing me off. So I was like, he's my last hope. I can get the damage going. We won the game because I was being a dick Junkrat. But other than that, I was like, man, I'm gonna admit downright that I'm a terrible attack. I could not play this whatsoever. So I won't ever play it again.
Attack is hard. It's very hard.
It is. I don't like it. But that's a game that I think I've learned that Overwatch, Rocket League, and Call of Duty are like the three main games that can make me rage so hard that I want to punch a wall.
Or just Myers in general in Dead by Daylight.
I mean, I don't get mad at Myers. I just get frustrated because it's usually me who fucks around, and it's just me that puts myself in predicaments. Except the one time when he killed me by just grabbing me. I don't even know what happened. Just killed me. But that's fine. I'm not saying it. I'm not mad at him. I understand it, but there's three games except Halo 2. Halo 2 made me rage pretty bad. It wasn't even the multiplayer. It was the fucking Jackals.
What, for fucking the campaign on Legendary? The Jackals who fucking one-shot you no matter what? They won't ever miss?
Alright, so it was one summer I wanted to beat all of the Halos on Legendary by myself.
Yeah, fuck that. Good luck
and I
with
did
that.
it. I did it. That was what I did. That was my whole summer. I would work, come home, and play. That was basically what I did when I worked at Little Caesars. I started Halo 1. Halo 1 made me really fucking mad. It was the one where you had to storm the ship and save the Marines and leave. I remember that night I was so goddamn sweaty.
I hate Halo 1. Looking back at it, just because the campaign is like you go this way and then you go all the way back.
I was like, I used to think the assault rifle in Halo 1 was the best gun ever. And then I learned
it's the pistol.
Yeah, I learned it was the pistol. So like the best two weapons you could have are a pistol and a plasma cannon, because you can just shock the shields. Also, I didn't know if you assassinate if you shoot a hunter with a pistol in that game, it's a one-shot kill. Did not know that. Wasted 2 hours of my life just using my assault rifle and grenades, and then pulled out my pistol one time because I was so filled with rage and sweat that I shot him and he fell. And I was like, what the... I was like, no. And that achievement popped up, went one shot with the pistol to a hunter, and I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Fucking kidding me.
Such a dumb achievement.
So, like, I mean, the only thing that made Halo 1 hard was the health. That was the only thing that made that game hard. Halo 2 just brought it up to another level because you didn't have to worry about health. All right, fine. Our snipers will bring you up a new asshole.
Jackals were the biggest dicks in Halo 2. And it's still my favorite game to this day. That's my favorite Halo, Halo 2.
I would take out all the Jackals, but I would move so slow and very carelessly because there was always that one motherfucker you missed. There was always that one motherfucker. There's the one mission in Halo 2 where you have to, it's that giant hole area, and there's just jackals everywhere. You have to kill all the enemies. There was always one fucking jackal that was hiding in the building. I would kill him, but there was actually two. So I got sniped all the time. There was the one time I got sniped out of the Wraith.
That's fucking ridiculous.
I broke a controller at that point. I was like, are you kidding me?
You know what games rage? You know what games make me rage?
What?
Games that don't autosave.
I think it's
the first one that ever did it to me that pissed me off the most was I decided I'm gonna do a complete playthrough of Dead Rising.
Oh, That's what I was gonna say.
And I didn't save once, and then I died at the boss at the very end. The weird ass tank fight.
Brock.
And it sent me all the way back to the beginning because that was my last checkpoint because I didn't fucking save.
That happened to my brother.
And then
My brother was going through
I remember our
playthrough,
first
he had to
playthrough.
save everyone, and he died.
I remember our first playthrough of Dead Rising 2 off the record. You're like, what the fuck is this? What do you mean we don't have to save all the time? I was like, Mike, shut up and just accept the easiness of this game.
There was another Doom on the Xbox was like that. You had to save. You had to manually save.
South Park was like that.
I didn't like that because the one time I was playing Doom and I actually got past a level I couldn't get past because I was always dying because I never had fucking ammo in Doom 3 when I first played it. 'Cause I was a kid and I didn't collect things and I pissed my pants playing it.
I did exactly what I did again when first the Stick of Truth came out again when I played it on the Switch not too long ago. I got to the part where you get abducted by aliens. And I did the same exact thing. I died on the ship. I didn't save. So it sent me all the way back before I got to Craig.
Oh, gosh.
And broke him out of class or detention.
I just don't like games that do that. It's a pet peeve. I don't even know why games want to do that.
I guess
It's
to make it a
save
little
state,
bit
I guess?
harder.
Is it the save stating?
I don't know. Speaking of saving, like, did Dead Rising 3 get rid of saving completely?
I don't know.
It was just like
Dude, I
retarded.
don't talk about that game.
Dead Rising 3.
Yeah.
I want to play it again, kind of. Kind of want to play it again just to see how bad it was.
I just
It's the last one
I'm
with
up for it.
it's the last one with traditional psychopaths. Because the psychos didn't exist in Dead Rising 4.
They got rid of them completely.
It was stupid. It's like, why?
I mean, they had them. But
Dead
it
Rising
wasn't-
3 actually has one memorable psycho to me, and it's the fat lady at the buffet.
Here's the thing. Dead Rising 4 had them, but they didn't make it like an event like the other games did. Even Dead Rising 3 only had a couple. They still added them. All they did is make the 7 deadly sins. That's all the sociopaths were. There was gluttony.
At least there was something. At least it wasn't just nothing.
Basically, it's just you fighting somebody. in
Frank
Dead
Rising
4.
Dead Rising 4 was stupid because they had the Frank Rising DLC where you're a zombie and you come back from being a zombie.
They recovered it with the mini golf.
Yeah, the mini golf was great.
Mini golf's fucking amazing.
I wonder if they're gonna make a Dead Rising 5 for the next on Xbox. Do you think?
I don't know. They fucked it up. They changed Frank's personality a little too much, and Dan thinks it's fine, but it just isn't. He's just not old and a bitch. I mean, Chuck's a bitch, but
I like Chuck. Chuck gets a lot of shit. Nick though, he's a piece of fuck Nick. Fuck Nick.
Dan pointed this out, and he doesn't even know if Nick is a valuable person because, like, he pointed out in Dead Rising 1 when all the kids' names were brought up and they start located in the thing. Nick was, I think, 32. He was, like, subject 32. And he
It
was the one
wasn't
who
13.
13 or something like that. And he's immune. And Dan went through it when he was editing once because this is when Dead Rising 3 came. Dead Rising 3 came out, and then Dan started doing his videos that spring. And Dan looked at it, and he's like, Nick's fucking name isn't here.
Yep, they fucked up.
And I'm like, what? So the whole story's not credible? He's like, no, it's not. It's just complete bullshit. I was like, why? How did they forget that? How do companies just do not go through their games and try to figure out?
It was such a small little thing that they probably just forgot about it.
Well, people already got mad because they didn't reference Frank at all in Dead Rising 3.
Yeah, they did. You gotta collect his trophies.
Yeah, his trophies, but where was him? Chuck was in it. Yeah,
Chuck made a great comeback. It's great.
I feel bad about what was it, Nick's friend that died and he just had all the fucking larvae pop out of his mouth?
I believe so.
That was rough.
That was very, very rough. It's very rough.
The game was boring. I mean, you also can find Otis's funeral.
Find Otis's funeral. You can make like this hella bit Mega Buster that just like kills everything in one shot.
A nuke in that game.
Like there's so many dumb things in that game. I didn't like the mechs in Dead Rising 4.
Oh, speaking of mechs, did you hear they got rid of them on Fortnite for a bit?
Yeah, because they're unkillable, dude.
It was because I knew for a fact I was like, this is not going to sit well with people. I mean, I don't like Fortnite, but I remember we were in the final 4 and that fucking mech came out of nowhere. Because you said...
Okay, this is like, I fucking... Okay,
This is the first time I played Fortnite in like a year.
We're in like one of those fucking depot buildings or like big warehouse buildings. I open the door and I'm like, see one drop from the sky and I'm like, oh shit, it's Titanfall all over again. Shut the door and run. And Mike's like, what the fuck do you mean? And then it just busts through the wall. And Mike's like, oh shit. It was one of the funniest things.
No, listen. It was because you guys were already in the house or the building. I was like, they seem safe. I'm getting shot at. I should go in. So I go in, and you guys are already running out when you said that. And I was like, well, why are you running? Why did you say that? And then Diva just starts smashing all over the place. So fuck it. And I remember we were the final 3, and we lost to the mech because the last 2 had mech. So I don't blame them. I mean, yeah, that one. I think it was like someone in the tournament quit after he died from a mech because he said they're just complete bullshit. Why would they even have them in the game?
Yeah, I mean, those mechs were really stupid. I hope they don't add vehicles like that in Apex. I feel like that would ruin the game.
I don't know why they would even add the mechs. That's so dumb.
Golf carts are cool.
That's fine.
Golf carts are real cool.
The
hoverboards are crazy too. I like those too.
I felt so old playing Fortnite.
Why?
Because I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Oh yeah, because we're not one of these like 8-year-old kids who knows like, ooh, Fortnite's the best. Oh, let's do the floss dance.
Literally, when I saw the fucking hoverboard, I was like, what the fuck is that? There's boards now?
Was it when I came to rescue you?
No, he just flew by me. No one did it. It was just, I was looking for loot. I walked by and this guy just looked at me flying by and just kept going. Fuck? And I was like, and I didn't shoot him because I didn't have a gun. And I was like, can you just... You just have to buy the hoverboard? You went, no, you can find them.
You can just find them on the ground. I don't know exactly where, but you can just find them on the ground.
They're just flying, bro. And remember there was golf carts at one point, shopping carts.
Speaking of flying, flew right by me on the highway today because some fucking lady cut you off.
I don't live up for that shit. I don't respect it. Don't cut me off.
Dude, that lady cut you off real bad.
First of all, I just got on the exit, and I was trying to go slow, and she was already on my ass. I was like, all right, I'm going to try to zoom up. And she zoomed up and went right behind me, and I'm like, I'm not doing this. So I was like, I had a clear shot. No one was going in the passing lane. I got in, and I zoomed by. And I'm like, well, you know what? I'm not cutting her off because she's now in between you because she's like, I'm not going to let him in. I was like, fuck it. I'm going to get in front of Joe. I don't want to be an asshole, but I got to do it. I'm not going to deal with this shit.
It's not like you cut me off.
Yeah.
You just got in the lane in front of me.
I always leave like
a car or 2 lengths ahead of me in front of you.
It's literally every time with me in the car. Like I'm normally a nice chill guy, but when I'm behind the road, it's basically I get mad at everybody. Like coming here today, someone did not use their turn signal, so they just basically like we were going down like the back streets, and he turned into his house. Just turned. I was like, oh, thank God I wasn't going like 10 more miles an hour because this would have been a fucking problem. It's like, thanks for using your turn signal. Like, it's literally...
And it would have been your fault, too.
Yeah, I know it would have been my
fault.
Because
you hit him. But, I remember you were telling me this story last week of you were driving home from your girl's house.
Yeah.
You were following her or something, and this dude flicked a cigarette at you.
It's because I was following her home because we wanted both our cars, and she usually can get lanes fast. She can see shit faster than I can. She's more of an experienced driver, so okay, I was like, I'll follow you home because you can get on the faster route. Because if you're following me, we're not going to get there anytime quicker. So I was getting there, and we were in traffic, and she merged. So I was getting ready to merge. So this fucking guy in a black truck zoomed up behind me, and it was a spray painted truck, and I was like, excuse me. So I was like, I merged in, and then he brake checked me, and I was like, okay, I'm not putting up with this. So I actually got on his dick, on the car's ass. I was done with it. And he had a cigarette, and he threw it at me, and hit my car. And I'm like, are you shitting me? You're going to throw a cigarette at me? And I just looked at him, he wouldn't look at me, and I was like, bro, look at me, you pussy. I'm like doing the thing, making him look me in the eyes. He wouldn't do it. So I see him light another one, and then throw a half finished cigarette at me. And I was like, you son of a bitch. So he merged, and then he realized he couldn't merge back, and I was right there blocking him. And I was like, what are you going to do? Now you got to look at me. And he wouldn't look at me. He just got off the other exit, and he probably went a different way to work. But he pissed me off. Fuck him.
I remember this other time a few weeks ago. I was like on my way to work, or I was on my way to pick up Danny, and it was one of those. I don't remember what the fuck was it. But no, I tried. What's it called? I was just driving, and just in the normal cruise lane on the right, just kind of chilling, not really thinking about it. The semi truck comes by me, and he just starts hauling ass, and then he starts getting over a little too early, and I'm just like, hello, and I'm slowly drifting off into the shoulder, and I completely fucking stop.
That happened to me today.
I completely fucking stop. He drives by, doesn't even pay attention. I quickly haul ass, get up next to him, flip him off, and he just was so confused on what the fuck happened.
Bro.
And then I cut him off and just drove super fast away.
No fucking joke.
He's a dick, dude. People are dickheads on the road.
I was getting on the highway to get here today, and like this truck saw me trying to get on the highway, zoomed up. He flew past me. I was like, I guess I have to slow down now. So the car behind it saw me, and the guy saw him go, well, I guess I have to slow down. And the truck I was like, fine. The truck almost ran me off the road because he just didn't want me in front of him. I got in front of him anyway, but I'm so happy he didn't want me getting in.
Following Travis from Arugas today was kind of weird. I didn't know where the fuck we were going.
What the fuck kind of way was he taking?
I don't know. I didn't know which way. I'd never taken that way before.
I was like, why is he taking the highway? We could have just taken this way back. Like, what the fuck?
Highway's quicker, in theory. But, like, it was kind of like... it wasn't even that. It was like we turned right going down.
When we were merging in, he went on the Lemoyne exit. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what are you doing? Go down towards the McDonald's. What the fuck are you doing?
I was, like, low-key thinking, because I saw both of you go, and I was like, I'm just going to go to the McDonald's and fucking show up there way before them. And then... I was like, fuck it. I just got over super quickly so I can be with you guys. And that was a lot of fun, though. Just driving, just cruising with each other, like, in separate... Like, it was weird being... That was the first time that we've all hung out and we all drove separately. Yeah. We're normally in just Travis's vehicle and he drives everywhere. It's so weird.
Dude, I'm still mad when I was on my way to Arugas. That motherfucker was blocking the entrance.
What, to Arugas?
Yeah, he was fucking just blocking it. It wasn't like I could just turn in and go beside him. No, he was in the middle of the fucking entrance, and I couldn't get in.
I sat there for like a good 25 minutes waiting for you guys.
So no joke, I had to fucking turn, go through the Planet Fitness driving parking lot, go back up, and then go back in and turn. I was pissing me off.
People are dicks.
Fucking horrible.
We don't know how to drive
assholes.
Sometimes.
No, dude, I was so mad. I was like, are you really going to fucking be pulling out the wrong way? Of course you are.
I don't know, man. People just don't know how to drive, and it's really annoying sometimes.
It is. It is.
And like, I don't know. I don't think I could drive your vehicle.
No.
It just seems like it's a mess to drive. But I drive a Toyota Tacoma. It's no better. It really kind of sucks driving that thing too. I like how Travis was saying that he was going slow for us. He was so we can keep up.
First of all, I
know Travis wanted to go like 90.
I wanted to go faster, but I was like, I'm not going as fast as Joe because I don't want to get in front of him. I don't want to be an asshole. And then I was like, I don't know if I felt like I was going slow because I couldn't keep up with you. And I was like, I wonder how slow Joe's going for Travis. I know Travis. I'll go down 70 on him. I was going down 70 coming here.
I know. I was going down. We were like at 70 going on the highway.
Oh, I passed you. I was going like 80.
I know. I was just like, we're going like 70 right now. Mike's like hauling ass next to me.
I don't condone driving.
I looked around like, is there a cop? Like Mike's gonna get pulled over.
There's no fucking cop on a 2-lane highway. Fuck that. No, she cut me off, bro. She didn't need to.
Yeah, I don't know. People are just dickheads, and it just always seems. Plus, we were driving during like rush hour, so it probably didn't help.
Was it really rush hour to me?
It was like It was like ending, but like it was like past 6.
I was literally. Like, I almost wanted to. I was like, I want to pass Travis up, but I don't want to ever do that because that would be the most disrespectful thing to do.
If you passed Travis would be fucking like.
He would have
gotten around you and went by you just to prove his point.
It's because like I was like he took so many weird exits.
He didn't take weird. Travis. The thing is, Travis knows his way around the area where we don't. Like, Travis knows his way. Like, I didn't know which way he was taking me. I didn't even know we were going to end up on Trendle. I didn't know we were going to end up on Trendle.
When we were leaving, the way we were, I was like, okay, we're going to turn. And I was like, wait, we can't go right. So I was like, where's Travis taking me? And we turned. And I was like, okay, so we're going to go. I was like, okay, I know we're going to go. We're going to go back. No, he's going to go on the highway. And I was like, what the fuck are we doing? I said, we can keep going straight, Travis. Why are we going on the highway? I was like, I get it, faster. And oh my god, and there's so many people that wanted to cut me off so hard. I was so scared. I was like, if someone cut me off on the way to the highway, I was gonna get fucking livid.
Yeah, people aren't very courteous of people trying to merge on the on ramps and off ramps in this frickin'.
You know, Josh got pulled over talking to us in the party.
What? Why was Josh talking to you in the party?
So, you know how
I know you can do the Xbox app on your phone.
On the phone, yeah.
I've joined the app from.
He started doing that when he started going places like to get food real quick because he wanted to stay in the loop of what was happening and shit. And it's creative. And he was getting mad at somebody. And he was just screaming, and he was like, this motherfucker won't move. He's going 5 under the speed limit. And then so Josh is tailgating him, and Josh is like, wait a minute, am I getting pulled over? And then we're all like, oh, Josh is in trouble. And all of a sudden, he's like, oh, fuck, the lights are on. I think I'm getting pulled over. And we're like, what? He's like, guys, I got to get off the phone. I got pulled over. And we're like, what? Why? He's like, I'll talk to you guys later. And it took him like, he went back. He didn't get a ticket. He was just under suspicion.
It sounds like that, what's it called? The BB gun story in my window. Kind of thing, you know?
It's so random.
It's the randomness that happens while you're in an Xbox party. Well, honestly, that's about it.
Yeah.
You know? Ending it a little short here. We're at 56 minutes. But I think it's good. Good enough for today. Do this again. Try to make it stretch a little bit longer. But I want to thank everybody again for watching this one.
Isn't it back to school? Kids are going back to school, right?
Everybody went back to school today, dog.
Well, not all kids. I think
a
I
lot
can
of
tell a
kids.
high school story. I gotta.
You want to talk about what? Okay, go ahead.
I guess I can. All right, so guys, I wanna.
This is Mike's mic talk.
Yeah, this is a mic talk. So, high school can be such a weird time in your life, kids. Middle school is a weird time, but I'm sorry, I can't help you, middle schoolers. Just all I can say about to you, middle schoolers, is if you just use deodorant, you'll be fine. You'll make it through it. Just don't do anything weird with your life. But high school is such a weird, interesting place. And if you're just entering high school can be weird. Weird. So, I never had a good bath. I always had the weirdest bathroom experiences when I was in high school. You remember the first time, it was just some kid blowing his nose, but the first time I went, I was so terrified. My first time in the bathroom taking a shit, because I thought someone was actually snorting fucking coke in the bathroom, but it was just some kid blowing his nose and going, fuck, it was a cold. So I was fucking scared. But, I remember this one time, I got done taking a shit. And again, my shits have caused someone to have a little overreaction that he refused to use the bathroom stall. Wasn't that fucking bad? And it made my insecurities real because I was so ashamed of what I did in that toilet. Sorry. He was like, "What the fuck is this? Who did this?" And I'm like, "Oh no." And he's like, "Did you do this?" I was like, "I'm sorry." He's like, "Well, I'm not going in there. Who's in there?" And I was like, "I don't know, bro. They were in there when I came in." And he's like, well, "I got a shit, and I'm not going in there." And I'm like, "I'm sorry, bro." He's like, "Hey, who's in here?" And I don't remember the real kids' names, and even if I do, I'm not going to use them. So I'm just going to go with Jason and Adam. So Jason was the kid who was pounding on the door saying, "Who's in there?" And he's like, "Adam." He's like, "I know that voice. Adam, get out. I got to take a shit." He's like, "Well, too bad. I'm playing Pokemon on my phone." Because remember, this was at the time for emulators. Because you could, at one point, emulate games on your phone. It was the best time to be alive. My senior year, I think. Oh, this was my junior year, actually. And I'm not kidding. This kid kicked down the damn stall, grabbed his friend, yanked him off the toilet. I can picture it. Yanked him off the toilet, slid him off. The kid got yanked off mid-pinch, so he got shit on the seat. So the kid went, "Thanks, now you got shit on the toilet." And Adam's like, "Well, you're the one who yanked me off the John, bro." So he's like, "Fine, I'm just going to climb up on the seat and take a shit." I'm not joking to you when this man, and this guy, saw this man have a log just fly out of his asshole and drop into the toilet. It was a perfect drop into the toilet. He calculated it to the point it would not hit the side. He wiped his ass, did not wash his hands, by the way, wiped his ass, and left. So me and the kid were just there in surprise that this kid just took a shit like that in front of us.
Was this a planetarium bathroom?
No. It was when it was on the second floor hallway.
Oh.
Near the elevator.
That bathroom that was always, like, shut down.
Yes, that one.
You know, I never used that elevator once. I was offered to use it once, but I never was. And if I want to have a tip for anybody about high school with all you kids going back, get in good with a lunch lady and get you free food. It's great. Or find find a kid whose mom is a lunch lady and get his good side. And get on her good side, because then you get free food. And yes, I'm talking about you, Mike.
Dude, I'm starting to remember a lot of dumb shit I did my freshman year. I'm not happy about it.
Well,
let me just say
no,
shut up.
We are at the hour mark. We will save this for the next episode.
All right.
Thanks everybody for watching. Remember, use code CrossThoughts at your checkout at So Sick Clothing, and you'll get 15% off. Thank you everybody for listening, and we'll see you guys next time.